you fans of the Harley Benton, here's an update video. The guitar has been updated. Done, the video's done. This is the Harley Benton SC550. In my humble opinion, the best guitar in their stable. Let me tell you why, because I like it. That's why. Harley Benton does great value for money when it comes to the Strats. The ST62, great guitar. Is it mind-blowing? No. It's really good for under 200, 130 bucks or whatever. The Tallys never blew my mind, except the Carbonita with the Filtertrons, the TE90, FTL, FLT, who knows, which comes in black blast, green blast, whatever blast, blue blast. Really cool. But the single cuts, the SC line, the 550, for me is where they shine the most. I do like the Amarok. Active pickups, metal guitars, great guitars. I think the juniors with P90s, there's some great stuff there, especially the single cut with the two P90s, TV yellow, killer sounds. The ones with the P90 in the back only, limited but good for the money. However, bang for the buck, the SC550 for years has always floored me, which is why I think this is probably my second or third one. One of my completely upgraded for fun with Fishman Fluence. It got a plaque job, stainless steel frets, completely new tuners. It got a new a bridge. Everything was upgraded. It's a ridiculously expensive guitar now. It was a fun project. This is a stock one, but that's the SC550 I. This is the SC550 II. Now, where's the difference, you're going to say? Well, of course, in color, because this one right here is Paradise Amber Flame, and this one is not. So I can't tell you. They do look pretty similar. The knobs are different. These are one kind of knob, and these are another kind of knob. Look, if you want a real comparison where someone opens it up and tells you all about the changes in wiring and transistors in 50s versus modern, I'm pretty sure that my buddy Max Solo has a 7-hour video explaining all that stuff to you. Necks, I have a feeling that the new one has a kind of slimmer neck. What else is different? Pickups. These are Tesla. These are Wilkinson. In between, they had Roswell. So this is like an actually older one with Wilkinson. Then they went to Roswell. Now they're checking out Tesla. Point is, it's always been, for me, the flagship of the line. Yes, they are the Dullahans and the, what's that thing called? The Fusion series. But they already go to like 400 bucks and stuff like this. This, $279. And it's a solid guitar. For 100 bucks more, you get it in the Plus version, which has EMG retroactive in it, which are by themselves 180, and locking tuners. So I think that's absolutely worth the investment. But if you do not want to invest that, $279, in my humble opinion, gets you a guitar that could easily be 3 times the price and still be worth it. I have a lot of guitars here, many brands that sell in that price range. They have a hard time competing with this. At $279, they can't. At $500, I'm telling you, they cannot. At $600 to $700 to $800, maybe. But at $279, completely unrivaled. Now, the top on this one, I actually very much like. And it's a veneer. It's the one. But you can't really see that it's a veneer. Look at that. Come on, that is actually really nice and really deep. And looks very, very, very cool from any angle. On the Paradise Amber Flame, somehow it often looks like photo finish. Look at this. Still nice and totally fine for $279. That rhymes. But not as real. It is real. It is real veneer. Why isn't it the same kind of depth as the other one? I don't know. However, I think, just like the Plus version, that these are made in Indonesia now. Doesn't say it, but I think that's what's happening. The tuners are the same if we have the tuner cam or the machine heads. You can see similar thing. I think same quality, totally work. Are there locking tuners? No, but come on, $279. We have a volute right here, as you would have on a guitar like this. with a headstock that's glued on. It very clearly is. Mahogany neck. We have a very, very clear, at least 3-piece body here. With a stripe in the middle that kind of looks as if it's neck through, but it isn't. It's just a 3-piece body. Volume, tone, humbuckers. Let's go through other stuff I haven't said. Porphyro fretboard, so it's not rosewood. Creamy binding, side dots, which are easily visible in the binding. Not perfectly centered. So they're the tiniest bit crooked. Totally fine. Perloid, trapeze inlays. So it's a 60s neck profile. That's what it says. I don't know. It feels very, compared to my high-end Heritages, for example, very slim and fast. It's definitely a thinner neck. 628 millimeter here, and then this is 305. This is 42. It's an ABS saddle. 22 blacksmith. Oh. Stainless steel frets people at $279. Deluxe Tune-o-matic, deluxe Clusen style. Comes with chins, no gig bag or anything. What's new? I really can't tell you. I didn't make a whole comparison. It's made in a new factory now. It's got the volute. Yes, definitely. This says Deluxe. This says Harley Benton. The pickups. Maybe the bridge. Probably the bridge. I don't know. Let's play it. Let's have some sounds. Bottom line, you can already tell. $279. This is the guitar I would recommend. Well, as a guitar teacher, would I recommend a Les Paul? No. Or a single cut? No, I wouldn't. Because ergonomics are different, it'll feel as if it's falling down. Handling a single cut is more difficult than handling a Strat type. To me, for the beginners, I would always recommend an HSS guitar, no trem. Fixed bridge HSS. That would be what I would recommend to my students when I still had them. But Harley Benton doesn't have such a guitar. Harley Benton has yet, with hundreds of guitars in their arsenal, to design the perfect beginner guitar. The one that rivals the Pacifica. The one that rivals the Ibanez AZES, which just came out. I think they could, but they just haven't done it yet. Fixed bridge, HSS, solid color, make it black because lots of kids like black, but then also some colors that are, cooler. If they can, locking tuners, because that's good for beginners. It's easier to change the strings. Much, much easier, actually. That would be the guitar I can get behind. They haven't made it yet. So I wouldn't recommend this to beginners, but I would recommend it to anyone looking for a single cut. Talking about single cuts, it does not have the shaping that a Les Paul has. A Les Paul up here goes bam straight, bonk, and then has a big dip here. It's a different shape. This, to me, is a more highly designed shape, because this really continues down here. It's one beautiful line, whereas on a traditional Les Paul, which I could take one from the wall, but no. Look it up! I think this is, it's two individual elements. It's one straight one and then the swoop. This is one line. I love this design more. I gotta say that. Okay. Into the Tone King, which most of these amps that I'm gonna play this with are not amps you would ever play this with, because it's $279. Would you play it with the €3,000 clean amp? No, you wouldn't, but I will, because that shows you really what it can sound like. Into the aux with a 412 cream backloaded cab on the neck pickup. We'll do this again in good. It just feels like a much, much higher priced guitar. None of the thin, wibbly tones, none of that piercing high end. It's just well balanced. Let's go into the Artesound up there, Artesound Vibrosound II. Another clean amp from Italy, very boutiquey. Also something you probably wouldn't play with this. By the way, if you want to know how to play sequences like this, and so many more things like stuff like this, bluesy things. There's a really good course called The Blues Course on spectredigital.com by yours truly. Buy it. It's cheap, and it's 37 lessons that are actually really cool. I might be biased, but what do I know? Teaches you where all the flat fives are, all the major thirds, all with some fun licks. And moving on. Let's go to the Soldano. Nobody would play a €4,000 amp with a €279 guitar. Well, I will. Maybe you. Who knows? But usually, no. But we're still doing it. Can I do this? As you can see, the tuners work. Nice. It can do that. We're moving on into something more classic, which is the Morgan MVP66. JTME kind of a sound. we're doing this. Works extremely well. Moving on into the Marshall Mini Plexi. Again, that's something in the price range that does work because it's about $850. To something more rocky, but even cheaper. €499 Orange Super Crush 100 transistor amp with 100 watts. That is probably something really cool to pair with this because you're still under $1,000, and if you get a 1 or 212 cab, you're staying under $1,000, but you have a really giggable rig. Now that works rather nicely. And we got more amps. We're going to go into the Morgan AC20. That's 11, which is Vox-ish. Let's go in the middle here. What am I doing? E with A? B with A? Why not? That's a Lydian. You see how it works well in every amp? It's really nicely balanced. Nice. And then we got two more. The Marshall JCM800 is, of course, the friend of the single card. Something completely different. No, that's not how that works. That's... The other one is... That was, of course, Bob Marley. And let's do the ENGL Artist Edition, because why not? Way too many amps. But you get the point. It does work well in every single one of them. 279. The SC550 has been my favorite Harley Benton from the start. And I'm not even a single cut guy. I'm a Strat player. Bang for the buck. This has the least flaws. Number two, that's poop. Doesn't have any flaws. I don't see anything in the paint, no specks, no flecks. Nice access up here. If I rocked in a rock band, I would take this on stage. Do I have guitars worth $5,000 from Harmony, from Heritage? Do I have guitars worth like $5,000 from Heritage? Many other brands. Do I have a Panucci, which is like the creme de la creme of the Les Pauls on the market? Yes. You know what? Nobody will give a flying rat's ass whether I play one of those or this. If I break this, who gives a crap? But it doesn't hold me back. It has all the tone I want. It's got the volute if someone steps on it. I would not in any way mind being seen with this thing on stage. I wouldn't mind playing this on stage. I would have just as much fun playing this on stage as any of my other guitars. And I absolutely do not say that because they're paying me for this video. I've said many bad things about Harley Benton. Many of you don't get that and you might not have seen those videos, but I do. The SC550 is the Harley Benton to get if you don't have a single cut yet. If you do, still get it. $279, come the fuck on. You spent more bucks on a pedal, you people. Links below, please use them. That does help me. Thanks, Leslie, for switching. And we'll put animals at the end, as frickin' always.
The coldest night of my life, I feel let down. It's no surprise, this Hollywood you never showed. There's Nifty seat next to me, 6:30. She's late, it seems. The coffee's cold, it's no surprise. This Hollywood you never showed. I held my breath just for you. In Hollywood, she's invisible tonight. I held my breath just for you. When you don't care, you don't exist. Good night. It's 8 o'clock, I'm getting late. My hopes were high, I need a change. I thought of you, the 6 months straight. This Hollywood you never showed.